The escalation in Mexico is continuing. Cartel violence, a full revolt.
Massive protests breaking out in Mexico City. More than 100 police officers were injured in these violent clashes outside of the National Palace. The unrest follows the assassination of a mayor who had criticized Sheinbaum's approach to fighting drug cartels.
Oh, wow.
Demonstrators,
how did that happen?
Of them, Gen Z, accused the president of ignoring cartel violence and rejecting U.S. help to combat it. Leonardo Falcon.
True. So actually, they want us to help them. I mean, we want to help you guys, too. I'm going to be honest. Like, in my opinion, this is like an element, a type of foreign aid that I would totally be on board with. Like, it helps us.
Falcon and Ignacio Gonzalez are here. They are have a podcast called the Leo and Nacho podcast in Mexico, and we've had them on many times on Fox Noticias. I'll start with you, Leo. Why don't you just explain to the American people what is happening at this moment? Because Mexico is in full revolt right now.
Yes, ma'am. First of all, good morning to the United States and good morning to you, Rachel. And what Mexico is currently facing is a national awakening. What we're looking at, what you're probably looking at in the screens, is a protest of the Gen Z movement in Mexico, where there are no parties that they are leading this. It's the youth.
I think that's the biggest thing about this, is that this isn't a... I'm sure there's like a degree of partisan politics that's attached to everything, but this is primarily a identity revolt rather than a political revolt, which is insane.
Mexican people, it's not about the left. It's
By
not
the way,
about
these media companies started reporting Mexico's protest after your video. Probably just because it took them longer, to be fair. But, you know, if you want to, we want to get into the ego thing, yeah, of course, it's because I made them look bad, obviously.
Right? It's about the Mexican people wanting the best for the country. And we're all together in this protest. We're all together for a better country. And we see it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. We saw over more than 100,000 people during the streets of Mexico.
Holy shit.
It was pretty impressive from our part to see it for the first time. And we were actually there. So we're very happy of the people that showed up in the country and that they are pushing for a change.
Yeah.
Nacho, why are the Mexican people so angry at Claudia Sheinbaum, your president?
Well, in a country which you have 60 murders and 40 missing people a day.
60 murders and 30 missing people a day. Huh. That seems pretty bad.
Every single day. Of course, they are
shocked.
So,
yeah, they don't want to live on a PvP server. Duh. I tell you that.
Of course, they are shocked.
Yeah.
We, the youth, are really desperate because...
He said 40? I thought he said 60 murders and 40 missing people. Is that what he said? Maybe, I don't know. That's what I heard.
We don't see the light. The generations see the teenagers after this horrific situation. We decide to protest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not with a flag of any political party, no. Because they are killing us.
Yeah, they are.
Yes.
That's the reality.
Yeah, that's a good way to say it. Yeah, why are you protesting? Because they're killing you guys. Yeah, I can see that. Makes sense. Reasonable.
Okay, so do you believe that Claudia Sheinbaum is complicit in this? We've had senators on here, Senator Lily Tejas, who bravely said Mexico is indeed a narco state, and she said that Claudia Sheinbaum and her Morena party, the political party she belongs to, is in business with the cartels. Is that true in your opinion, Leo?
Well, when we look at what Nacho just mentioned, when we look at 60 murders, 40 missing people every single day, the narco state of Mexico makes it pretty obvious that there's some things going on behind the curtains in the Mexican.
Well, yeah, it could obviously do something about it. I mean, look at what El Salvador did. El Salvador collectively is a much, as far as I know, a poorer and much smaller country than Mexico. And they were able to completely get all of this under control by just mobilizing the military and then just aggressively going after these people with every single militaristic government resource possible. So if you're not doing that, there's probably a reason for it. I mean, that's it, right? I mean, if you're not doing it, they don't have the same level of cartels. Yeah, but they probably have a much bigger military too. Problem is Mexico's military is highly compromised. You think that El Salvador's wasn't?
Government.
Yeah.
This is sad. But what we look at here in the protests is that there's actually a noticing. There's actually a noticing of all of the Mexican youth, of all of the Mexican families, that they are saying, how can this be happening? And when you have such a big amount of the population mad, upset at what's happening in the country, something's going on. And that's when you have a protest like the one we had yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, people should understand, not only was that mayor murdered in...
Notice how they're only talking in hypotheticals, probably because they know their life is at stake. It only adds to their bravery. Yeah, exactly. It's pretty obvious that these guys and the way that they're talking about it is like extremely measured because they're worried about any sort of repercussions or retaliation.
In public with his wife and his child there. But then a few days later, another mayor was executed. He was actually decapitated, his head placed on the hood of his car. This kind of stuff happens all the time. It's totally normalized in Mexico, and the Mexican people are sick of it. Now, President Trump, Nacho, has said, I'm going to take on the cartels in Venezuela. And of course, they're a transnational network, and that includes the cartels in Mexico. He has gone to Sheinbaum and said, will you help me? But her help appears to be very superficial, not real. What do the Mexican people want, Nacho, especially Generation Z? Because Generation Z...
I think people just want to be able to go outside and not get robbed or attacked and not have to worry about, you know, having like a paramilitary organization that's occupying part of their country. I feel like the bar is on the ground. It's not like people want to have, you know, everything be free and a unicorn for everybody. They just want to have a nice quality of life where they don't have to be immediately afraid for their safety everywhere they go. Like, it's not like you're really asking for a lot here, guys.
He is the one who is sort of fueling this protest.
If you ever look at photos of the largest cartels, they have military-grade gear. They do. They do. They have a handful of military-grade resources and things like that. But you have to keep in mind that the military has 100 times more than that, 1,000 times more than that. Like, it's not even in the same universe. These other people, like a lot of them, they have armored vehicles. We have tanks. They have satellites, maybe. They have drones. We have aircraft carriers. It's not even in the same universe. Like, really, I mean, do you honestly think that if you put if you put experienced Navy SEALs and generals that actually want to end this war, how long do you think it would take them to totally figure out, map out, and completely eliminate every single one of those people? I would say less than 6 months. That's it, 2 weeks. Yeah, I mean, come on, guys. What are we talking about?
In fact, Claudia Sheinbaum printed out the names of all the Gen Z influencers like yourselves who were encouraging people to come out and protest, which is like putting a list out for the cartels. So tell me, do the young people like you want the help from President Trump's administration and from our military?
The Generation Z want peace. We don't care if that peace come with American flag.
Yeah, exactly. Like that. Yeah, exactly. This is 100% the way a lot of them feel, I bet. Is that they don't really care like how you get it. Just stop putting us in danger. It's that simple.
In the left arm, the right arm, we don't care. We want peace. The situation we're living in Mexico is crazy. It's crazy, and we have a president who prefers to talk about influencers and content creators instead of fixing the real problem,
which is the cartels. Leo said,
which is the cartels.
Last word, Leo.
We don't know what the problem is. We all know it.
Yeah. You know
everybody knows. Yeah. Everybody knows what it is.
She prefers to look the other way.
Correct. Last word, Leo. Do the Mexican...
They didn't really stop the Taliban. See, this is the big problem, is that a lot of people assume that America's goal in the Middle East or in Vietnam was to win the war. That wasn't the goal.
Does Generation Z Mexicans want President Trump to eradicate the cartels, even if that includes military work, military actions?
I think that's a great question, Rachel. And I think this question works for every single country that is facing such a big and important problem, such as in Mexico. Mm-hmm. When the Mexican people is in these conditions, when the Mexican people is desperate, as Nacho said, we don't care if it's Russia. We don't care if it's Russia. We don't care if it's the United States. Yeah. We just want collaboration. We just want collaboration to end this problem for once and for all. We want peace for the Mexican people. We want growth for the Mexican people. We want the future Mexican kids to be in a state of peace, not in a state of war and in a state of insecurity. We don't want it anymore.
Yeah. Well, you are our neighbors, our biggest trading partners. What happens in Mexico should matter to our entire hemisphere and especially the United States. So we wish you luck, and we are really proud of the courage of your generation to stand up to cartel violence,
especially these guys coming out here on mainstream trying to talk about it. So, that's a lot.
Good luck. Thank you, Leo and Nacho. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Rachel. We are going to win. Thank you. Have a good day.
Have a good day.
Got it.
I'm Steve Doocy. Fucking based. There you go. Yeah, this is great to see. I mean, obviously, these guys, you know, you've got to have massive fucking balls to go on camera, on the media, while you're in Mexico, living there, and call this shit out. That is fucking impressive, man. It really is. But they'll get murked, apparently, unfortunately. I don't know. I mean, like, again, I don't know what's going to happen. I think that really, the more people get angry, I think that especially, like, if they got any other country involved, like if the United States got involved in this, for example, this would be instantly over, right? It would be instantaneously over to the extent that the U.S. actually wanted it to be over. But that doesn't mean that they actually necessarily do. Yep. Sorry about the volume. DSP responded? Did he? Okay.
You would get it.
I'll watch that in a minute. Look at them all. Look at them go. Holy shit. They getting over there. Oh. There it is. And you see they're trying to pull it apart. This shit's wild. Yep. They'll disappear. Really? You think so? I guess we'll find out. Yeah, you can see they're pulling it apart. Holy shit. Yeah, they're actually pulling it apart. The guy reached his hand. They're just throwing shit in there. Oh, man. Man versus welded steel. Well, yeah, there it is. They got it over. Oh, my God. Holy shit. Guy just throws a rock in there. Modern day siege? Yeah. Why don't the soldiers use guns? Because if they use guns, then the civilians will probably try to use guns. It'll escalate everything. And then it'll make them look wrong. That's the reason why. And also, I think if that happens, like, it's also pretty possible that if they start actually killing their own civilians, the U.S. will get involved. And we will, like, basically regime change their government. Which, I mean, by the way, I would support that. I would completely support that. There's no way that we should have a country that is a bordering country of ours that is a PvP server. Absolutely not. Martial arts server? Yeah. U.S. conquering Mexico 2025 on my calendar? I'm not conquering, no. Mexico, these are people that are mad that Mexico has already been conquered. So you're getting it twisted. See, you're thinking about it from perspective of an American. No. From their perspective, Mexico's already been conquered. Let's support annexation. I don't think we should annex Mexico. Like, I mean, I think Mexico is its own country. It's just, to me, it's just so crazy that after 3,000 years, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Yep, same formation, same everything. Yep. People already figured this out a while ago. Mexico won't be annexed? Yeah. If it works, why change it? True. Holy shit. Jesus, look at him go, look at him go. My shield now, yep, there it is. That guy, bro, he's having the time of his life. He's so happy, yes. They can get through that wall easy, call up the Rohirrim, yeah. And yeah, they're gonna get through. Didn't the cartels take out like 20 to 30 other presidential candidates? I don't remember what the final count was, but there were a lot of people that were running for office that got killed. It was a double-digit amount. 37? Yeah, a lot. 20, yeah. Yeah, not 20. I thought it was more. How hard is it to get a ladder in Mexico? Oh, a ladder is risky with something like this because it can fall over. Holy shit. What's the goal when they get through? You don't want to know. What do you think happens? What do you think happens when they get through and they get to all the people in the government? I don't know. It's a mystery. 1, 2, 3. Well, I know that one. Damn. I learned that from Dora the Explorer. It's 1, 2, 3. Man. Just climb it? Fuck that, bro. Like, absolutely not. Look at this. They're done with the windows? Oh. The wall's been breached? Yep. Why are the gases different colors? Probably because some of them are smoke gas and the other ones are tear gas. That's what I would assume. I mean, I'm not sure. The fart gas? Yeah, it could also be like a, you know, like gas that smells really bad to hopefully make people leave. Man. They're actually tearing this shit apart. Oh my fucking god. This is insane. No narco government? Yeah, I guess not. And yeah, stop throwing the fences? Yeah, I guess so. And let me go back. I'll see if I can pick up any more of these here too. But yeah, Mexico is done. I mean, I don't know about done, but I think it's pretty close. Let me see. Let me see if there's any more of this that's happening now. I don't know whether there is or not. But yeah, it looks like there's a ton of this that's just been happening. I don't know if there's any more of it that's happening today or not. Let me see if I can look at filters for live. So for live right now. Oh, fuck. What? Wait. Oh my god. Is this real? What? No way. Wait, now they're on this. Holy fuck. This is, yeah, it's pre-recorded. I'm trying to see if there's any other... Is this live? I don't know if it is or not. No, you guys don't think so? Okay, let me see if there's anything new about this, because it's hard for me to tell which ones are happening now and which ones happened yesterday, right? I'm trying to see if there's any other news about this to look at, but yeah, not with cuts like that. I feel like maybe if you had like a decent, like a Mexico protest. See if there's any more of this. Look on X. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do right now. And so, yeah, this is from today. I'm trying to look at, yeah, this is it, right? I mean, there's just so many fucking people here. But a lot of this is all from yesterday. Yeah, I don't know what, did it continue through the night? I don't know. That's what I'm curious about, is I'm really curious, like, did it continue escalating into the night and into today? Click on the latest tab. Yeah, sure, I can click on that. Usually it's a bit of a risky click, and so especially with something that happened in Mexico. Let me go back and see if I can find any of these here. Where the hell did it go? This is just people talking about Alex Jones. It looks like a lot of this are just people talking about it in the past. So, yeah, I'm not really able to see anything else besides that. And I'll just scroll down and see if there's anything else that's really worth looking at. Street battle, yet another Gen Z carnage spreads with raging protesters leaving 100 cops injured. Holy shit. Getting over the wall. Alex tried blaming Chicom's ex wasn't having it. I didn't see that at all. It surprises you media isn't covering it? Well, media doesn't want to cover this because it goes against the media biases. That's the reason why. Also, the media, you have to keep in mind, this is something I didn't talk about yesterday, is that the media is part of the Uniparty. And the Uniparty is the one thing that they are more afraid of than anything else is for identity politics to die. And a protest like this is a protest that transcends identity politics. That's the main reason why. They're terrified of that. Which part of this is against media bias? Sure. Well, basically, for any left-wing media, the idea that Mexico is a cartel state and that they have all these problems here, basically, they want to portray, a lot of the media has portrayed the Mexican government as being good actors, and they've portrayed the, the president of Mexico as being defiant against Trump, and generally made her look like a good actor. And I think that this kind of puts a it fucks that up, right? It fucks up that narrative. And so that's the reason why they don't want to talk about it. The fact that she's a woman can do no wrong. Yeah, I don't know exactly. But I think it's really just because she's oppositional to Trump, right? I mean, if it was a guy, I think the same thing would happen. They don't want to acknowledge Mexico's cartel problem because Trump is intervention against the cartels. Yeah, exactly. Because if they acknowledge, you're right. Yeah, if they acknowledge that Mexico does have a cartel problem, then they would also acknowledge that Trump was right about saying that Mexico had a cartel problem. So they don't want to do that. Check out the Daily Guardian YouTube channel. Okay, let me look at that there. Wretch's narrative. Yeah, it's all about narratives. It's all about making people believe things that aren't true. And it's really just that simple. I'll see if there's any more of this here that's worth looking at. But yeah, here it is. Maybe this is it. I'm not sure if it is. No, I think this is from yesterday. Yeah, it's also like fucking 5 FPS. I don't know if I can find anything more about this or not, but yeah, this isn't really it either. Yeah, they also can't acknowledge the cartel problem because it makes them look complicit. Yeah, I think so too. And again, I think this is, it was inevitable. It was inevitable this was going to happen, and I am very glad that it finally is. It is like way, way, way overdue.